Yo, we are live, man. It's another episode of Stuck in Middle Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, AK, bruh, it's not usual that we rearrange the whole set
Right.
to accommodate guests, bruh. He said we here. I respect it, man. Yo.
Hey, by the way, man.
Yes, sir.
How's your weekend, sir? How's your
Now
weekend?
my weekend's been dope, man. You know what I'm saying? I got some new clothes. I'm long overdue.
Is that movie out yet?
What movie?
The Black Panthers.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm going to the Black Panther dress in my aguada. I'm gonna be.
Oh, February 16th. Oh, I
I'm
thought,
gonna be-
I thought it came out yesterday.
Nah, I'm
you know,
sure.
the way he's
February,
dressed.
do I'm dressed? Nah, listen, I'm going to Black Panther. Yeah, they ain't even ready how I'm gonna dress for Black Panther. But now, listen though, man. Speaking of a movement, right? Black Panther has created a huge movement, and that's exactly what we got in the building today. We got a movement, bro. Like, we got Legacy House Inc. in the building.
Yes, sir.
You gotta. You gotta give it up for these cats, man. Like, I want to start from here. We got Leslo, we got Sharon, we got Kanji, I'm skipping you because this is new to the team. We got, matter of fact,
Like what? You're like, what?
yo, who's the leader of this rat pack?
Yeah, man. Who was the leader, man? 'Cause- oh, man.
That's a boss man. Yo, how like, let me
This
just
is like Igwe, man.
Igwe, I know. Like, let's get right into it, bro. Like, first of all, like, for cats who are watching right now, what is Legacy? And you know what I mean? Like, when we start the first question, everybody just introduce themselves. But like, how did Legacy come about, bro?
Just I'm gonna let you do this.
Talking to Mike, by the way.
He's our spokesperson.
Yeah. Oh, I dig it. Yeah.
All right, so greetings everyone. Hello. This is like actually my second time on here.
Yeah.
The first time that I was actually on here, like it was really a startup. So I mean, it's exciting. It really is exciting to be here. Like, there were no banners whatsoever.
This
but
place was looking like,
legitimately had like a dope conversation. It's like the third episode.
Yeah, bro.
Last year. It's about a year now. Last February, I believe. So again, it's a privilege to be here, to actually be here with my entire team.
Yeah.
So Legacy House Incorporated is a company that is set in place to be able to create and foster African art in the diaspora primarily. And to your question of how Legacy started, Legacy really officially came together in 2012. And it was just really a group of enthusiastic, talented, young Cameroonians who wanted to make an impact, because Cameroon wasn't necessarily being portrayed or being lifted in the entertainment industry, even as far as the diaspora was concerned. So we were quite unique in the fact that we were so different. We had everything under one roof, literally from acting to rapping to singing to poetry, and just over the years we have grown, we have changed, we have morphed into what you see right now, which is actually a full-fledged company.
Who is the poet? Who is the singer, artist? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you, Sharon, you're a singer. Hey,
You over here calling me what? My name is Tinaya.
see,
Hey, y'all.
my bad, yo, Tanaya. Let me get it right.
But see, that's what happens when you've known somebody for so
For a minute,
long.
yeah.
So I sing and I write. So I'm a singer and a songwriter. From time to time, if you have followed us from the very start of Legacy, you'd see that I have done like a few of the skits. I do have a little bit of acting in me, but I wouldn't say that that's exactly what I'm here for. But I do sing and I write the songs, and I'm gonna let Gabby, aka
We're using government.
we're using government names.
We're using
I'm gonna
government.
let Akanji tell you a little more about herself.
So yeah, hello everybody. I'm Akanji. I'm the newest member actually of Legacy. So
What was it, like a initiation? Like, y'all had it like hazer or something?
He did it.
You had the hazer?
It was like.
What was it like?
But yeah, for real. Well, it was actually fun. So I actually met Jason in College Park, where I went to college. And he told me, yeah.
Shout out to the Chubbs. Y'all just lost to the Michigan State, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so and then he told me about, what Legacy was doing, and I was, very enamored with the whole idea. And before you know it, I'm a part, and I sing.
Where you
and
from?
I write. Me?
Oh, yeah, you.
Cameroon.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Continue.
Well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fam, like, for cats who know Legacy, right? It might be just.
So, my name is Emmanuel, right? I'm the newest Legacy member.
That sounds like a lie.
It is true. I joined Legacy like 3 months ago.
That's facts?
Yeah, that's okay. That's not fact.
No, that's not fact.
But yeah, my name is Emmanuel Iko. I'm always behind the scenes, like the PR guy, always on the computer, like promoting. And so it's hard to kind of post yourself out there. I just want to make them,
Get out and shine. Yeah.
So that's why most people don't even know I'm part of Legacy.
Speaking to the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can't hear me?
No, we get.
No,
But
no,
if
I'm like peeping wavelengths.
Oh,
and
okay,
they're extremely
A man is
low.
over there analyzing. He's analyzing, making sure that the pack isn't.
You gotta look everywhere,
Hey, yo, but for cats who know, like, you can't talk to anybody, even in the DMV or Texas or whatever, in the African community, even who doesn't know about Legacy. You know what I mean? And, I want to get the bad stuff, not bad, but like the controversy out the way. Like, you guys had a fallout. Can I call it that? Like
Yeah.
is it safe to call it that?
Not a fallout.
So what happened? What was that about?
not
You know what I'm
a
saying? Because we like fans like me was like, yo, Legacy is the dopest thing out here, and to see Legacy go under the water for a minute, it was like, yo, like what's good with that? So
And not
what
just
happened?
that too, with every group, right? Group of friends, family, there's always cause for fear. You know what I mean? Like there's that moment when everybody is going to feel like they're more talented than the other person, and that could cause some kind of distraction between in a group. You know what I mean? So
What happened? Yeah,
what happened? Like how do you
Initially,
guys?
that's what happened. There was a whole lot of controversy. Like, I'm gonna do this. You guys are not supporting me. You go do your own. Like, we were more than this. We were like a really big group. We were probably like 13 of us at one point. But everybody was trying to do their thing. And in a group, not everybody can do whatever they want to. You gotta talk to the team, work with the team, and work together. So that happened. At one point, people started like leaving. Some were not working up to the plate, so they gotta like extract the weed from the from the farm, right?
Well, I think that also another thing too that maybe people do not understand with a group as complex as we are is that when you have so many different art forms under one roof, best believe there is going to be some friction somewhere, right? When we're talking about literally, and we are to a great extent, and I will try not to be humble here. We are talented. We understand that, and we understand the gift that has been placed in us. So to a great extent, in those early years, like literally, I'm talking about in 2012, somewhat, I can say we were sort of the talk of the town, around here. Literally, we were literally everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that can cause that confusion where.
So how do you keep a group together? Even now that you guys, the band is back, how do you, there's a lot of personalities, a lot of talent, a lot of different things. How do you, how do you keep a group together?
President. Oh, okay.
President is cooling in the back.
I'm just gonna say how I feel because I've been here as a member and as a singer for a long time. When we first started, like they said, it's so many people who just wanted to be, oh, this is me, this is what I'm doing, I want everybody to be on board. But to be able to do that, everybody has to, like, it moves in a sequence, right? Like, one person goes ahead, does their thing, and then the next person, you just can't have all at the same time. Well, the way the group was at the time, we couldn't have everybody in front at the same time. So after a little fallout or whatever, we looked and took a look at what it was that was causing us that caused us to take a few steps back. And we realized that not everybody had bought into the idea of what Legacy was about. So we had to have, if you were going to be on board, you had to be on the same level as everybody. That means whatever we're saying, well, each person in the group is understanding it. It's not that you go ahead and then come back and explain it later. So I feel like that's what has been able to keep us here, that people who are here know that they want to be here, and this is why I'm here, and everybody's on the same page.
No, I dig that, man. Like, you guys just put out a dope new project. Know what I mean? Want It All. You and Akanji, Tinaya and Akanji.
Yes.
Is that
Great
when-
visuals.
Great song, great
yeah.
visuals.
Thank
now,
you,
man.
thank you.
When you guys are working on a project, congratulations, by the way, on the project.
Oh,
It
thank
looks
you so
great.
much.
The songwriting is dope. The visuals are dope. When you guys are working on a project, is it all hands on deck? Let's focus on this, or it's like you guys are working on multiple projects? How how do you guys strategize your marketing and stuff like that?
Man.
Are you asking about the team in general, or are you asking about this particular project and the process of getting
I mean,
it
this
to where-
process and
yeah.
the team together.
Yeah, like this
Okay.
video, for example, that you guys just put out. Yeah.
For the video, it was all hands on deck situation,
Yeah.
without a question. Everybody was on set. Everybody was helping out how they could, and pitching in ideas. From financial responsibilities to just moral support. They were all, kind of our rock in that phase. For writing the actual music, we each wrote the parts that we sang. He came up with the idea. Well, it was him and Sharon. Tanaya. It was Jason. No, it was Jason and Sharon who kind of came up with the tune, and then we had a producer make the song, and then we had another person mix the song. So it's been a lot of hands, come together to make this happen. And I think ultimately we're pretty pleased with the response.
Yeah.
No, it's
So
dope.
far,
Yeah,
so
I
good.
dig that joint. Just you working on the project too. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
So even as far as projects are concerned, the way, again, and this speaks to the uniqueness of what we have here, is that the way we function and reflex, you as an artist, the need
Teamwork.
and then the essential of having a team, right? Yes, we are talented, but without this team, it almost becomes sort of impossible, right? Because you find that there are certain things that you're doing just totally on your own. So as far as every project that we do, yes, an individual artist can be working on a project, but is the team's job to make sure that project comes all the way into fruition. So every last part, sometimes we share out duties that everybody has to do to make sure that project hits. Yes, currently I've been working on a project right now. I talked to you guys a little bit about it.
Yeah.
It was still in its developing phases there. Literally, we're at the cusp of everything just being totally complete. Again, that project would not have been, even possible without this team here. That is a fact, and nobody can deny that. Anybody who's been around us and see how we function, the magnitude of the project. This March really will take me 3 years since I really started working on the project. But I am excited. I'm elated, and yeah, real soon. I'm talking about in this upcoming month. We will be putting out more information.
Hey,
there
come back on
as
Stuck in the
far as
Middle, man, and
project,
break the
man.
news, bro. Shit, you know what I'm
And
saying?
what's the project, by the way?
So Of One Blood,
Of One Blood,
the Of One Blood project. The last time I was here, I just hinted on it, but I really couldn't talk about it. But now we can actually talk about it because the whole Kickstarter thing had to be done and all that.
With the Kickstarter thing, do you feel pressure to put out some? I mean, like,
yeah.
when you think of the Kickstarter thing, do you feel like people are gonna buy into this?
Well, it showed me that a lot of people want it.
Okay.
Right? From being able to raise the money that we're able to raise, from being able to be featured on Afropunk, from being able to, and typically when you get featured on Afropunk, that's something special. It really is something I did not even know. I did not know about it. Right. I really didn't know about it till, Manny Wells, who's also on the project, he literally, he texted me first. I was in class, And he texted me. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Then he called me immediately and told me, yo, you've been featured on Afropunk.
Yo, Afropunk, son.
Right. So for real, shout out to Afropunk, man, because they brought a bunch of people my way. But being able to go through on their post, on their featured on their page, on their website, all that, and then reading the comments. And you can tell like people were directly relating to this. Yes, that put the pressure on, like, okay, but also it showed me that you know what, I am on the right track. I am reaching a problem that has not truly been addressed, and I'm very grateful that I got to take the ride with this team right here, because for a 3-part project, again, the project's in 3 parts, so it's a short film which is going to be about 30 minutes long, about 35 minutes long roughly. It's going to be an album with about 6 songs, and starring yours truly, Akanji and Tanaya, and what will be my first book. So we are supremely excited about this work, man. And Legacy's bringing a bunch of things your way this year.
It's funny,
man.
you mentioned, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, he said book. He said
pages.
Honestly, this is it's rather short. It should be about 130 pages.
That's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough for me to read in 3 months.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
But let me ask, like, you know, saying, like, as far as, you know, like with Legacy and the Of One Blood project, Legacy is, you know, y'all all Cameroonians, am I right? Mm-hmm. As far as, like, you know, your poets, singers, you know, promoters, you know, where do you see the industry right now? I want to touch y'all home, you know what I mean, and where you guys trying to take this thing to the level? Like, what do you want to contribute, like, to the industry in your various, you know, some fields, and
in terms of
as a singer or as a group, as an ink, if I can call it that.
Well, as a singer, I'm gonna start there. I want to be that one girl, that one.
Turn the mic on.
Oh, it's not on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I want to be that girl that
Use
other
that one,
girls
use that
look
one.
up to.
Yeah, use that one. Use that one.
Okay. Yeah, well, I was saying I want to be that girl that other girls look up to, other Cameroonian girls who grow up with this passion, this dream of being this well-renowned singer, and you know, I just want to be that example that you can come from Anyatra somewhere up in the hills and actually come be out there and make it. You know what I mean? So that's the impact I want to have on girls to begin with, and women in general, to say that your dreams are valid regardless of whatever they are. You know what I mean? Because we come from backgrounds where it's just like this: women can only do certain things, and you can only go but so far. But I want to push all those boundaries. So that's what I'm here to do. That's my goal.
Is everybody, like, you know,
women
like,
empowerment?
Yeah. Women empowerment. Yeah, go ahead, my bad.
I was going to say, as far as the company, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, I think that at the inception of Legacy, there wasn't some place, and I don't think there is even now, where you can go in under one umbrella and find art, and by art I mean like paintings or whatever, and music, and probably dance and comedy and poetry and literary arts and all these things under one. So that's the goal. The goal is to be the one place where you come and you find pretty much any kind of African art that you would want in the, you know, mainstream world, and to make it as, you know, mainstream as possible, like in everybody in the world, like it's global. You know, the goal is to go as big as possible and to have every single, like, thing. So it's a very massive dream, but it's getting there.
I would say when that came out, that was it. Like, y'all going back to that, I want to see some skits, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see some skits. Like, is that in the works?
Well,
This guy look like
here's what I would say. I think Akanji explained everything. Really, as far as the vision, as far as the goal, as far as where we want to be. You know, we want to be the Sony
One-stop
of
shop.
Africa.
Yeah.
You know, and who's to say that that dream is not possible for us? Who's to say that because African art in itself has been, you know, replicated so much and stolen so much that, you know, that we just now
feel African anymore.
exactly it almost just doesn't feel African to it. So we want to be as authentic as we can, but at the same time presenting what, you know, this sort of Afrofuturism to it, right? That's why we started off being with only young people, because we are the future. If we are truly the future and the keepers and the curators of our art, then we needed to start somewhere, and then that's what this was birthed. So originally we started off just, you know, with Cameroon in mind, but Cameroon has grown significantly.
Right.
So and in the same aspect, we are now we're global as a company. You know, we're global.
So, what's the criteria to be part of Legacy?
Somebody checking out right now. I want to be part of this crew, man. Like, shoot.
What's the criteria?
Yeah. Do you go to you know, polygraph, security clearance?
We gonna let our boss talk on this, man.
Yeah, man. Boss man been chilling in the corner. For
I'm telling you, it's Igwe, man.
I mean,
Igwe don't talk.
I mean, you guys were answering all the questions, so I didn't want to repeat the same things over and over again, you know. But you asked what's the criteria to be part of Legacy.
Yeah.
Well, I see this right now. The six of us that you see right now, we're like board members of like we happen to play both roles, being board members and the talent at the same time. Where some of them, I'm just a behind the scene guy with them anyway. Unless I got more talents, but I'm just saying, you know, you guys are fun and all of that. So well, we do have a company structure that we have in place on how to recruit more talent in the future. But as of right now, we're trying to get the ones that we have right now to get them as far out there as we can. And then down the road, which we are hoping as soon as possible, we're able to have a path where we can get even more talent. You know, the short-term goal is to make sure the ones that we have are, you know, as popular as we can push them, and then put ourselves in a better position to have even more talent in the future. So,
Yeah, so that leads me to my next question for you, and then you being, you know, some promoters in it. Like, how do you manage the talent that you have already, as far as like for this project, for example? How do you manage getting it out there to where you want it to be and then beyond? You know, so how do you manage all the pool of talent that you have right now?
well, like Jason mentioned before, Legacy is very complex, you know, with poetry, music, and acting. But and it can be hard because we're all working. Some of us go to school, but we're making that extra effort. We've tried different ways. At the beginning, we tried to do several things at once, but that wasn't possible, especially financially. That's something that we're really working on to get the funds to do things that we want to do. So as of right now, we try to target one project at a time, put all our effort there, have everybody do what they're supposed to do, so we can make sure the project is a success. Then we can hop on to the next one. And at the beginning, like, you know, I know you mentioned how we started and what happened and all of that. It was all cause of there wasn't a buy-in as to what we're trying to do. But after all these years with these guys right now, I know them very well and I can trust them. There wasn't no trust to. So we all understand what we're trying to do, and once we set a project, everybody does is doing what they're supposed to do, contribute, and we'll make sure it's out there. Like the music video is so wonderful. It's something that we're very proud of. So.
Man, go ahead, my bad.
Man, now I was just gonna ask, you know, let's kill this right here, right now, because, you know, for most of our African brothers and sisters out there, you know, they look at this crew and reflex ask if, you know, we all Cameroonians in here, and they say yes. So most people gonna look at it and say, oh, they're all Cameroonians. You know, I'm Ghanaian, I'm Nigerian, I'm from East Africa or South Africa. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, that's facts. Hey, my bad.
Speak on it.
She's Ambazonian. If you didn't listen,
Ambazonian.
Let's get it right. Tinaya is Ambazonian.
Hey. Can't take that away from you. But nah, for the East Africans or the South Africans, or the Northern Africans, who want to join Legacy, what message do you have for them? Being that, some of us, some people might not feel like they're gonna belong because everybody else is Cameroonian, and I don't want to be that only person standing out. So, what message do you have for, somebody who's not Cameroonian, who's not Amazonian, who want to join Legacy?
Well, I would say Legacy House Incorporated. It's not a Cameroonian company. It's just made of Cameroonian. It just so happened that that's how it started. That we happen to be friends, Cameroonian.
You gotta start at home first.
Yeah, but it's open for everybody. As long as you are supporting African art or you have something like that, you are welcome in Legacy. Yeah,
I like it.
And to kind of even further that question, like example with the Of One Blood project, we're always looking to work with people that are talented. Period. Right? With the Of One Blood project, my co-star, her name is Paula Albaseki. I don't know if you guys know her, but you better know her because she's a she's a force to be reckoned with, really.
Shout out to Paula,
and if I was going to bring somebody on board for this project, the person had to be the best. And I know that there are Cameroonian actresses out there, but I just felt like she was the fit for it. The One It All song was produced by a Nigerian. It was mixed and mastered by I think he's from Kenya or Uganda. He's East African. So we work with people. We look for people who are talented and we work with them. It just so happened that we were already Cameroonians and started off, so there is absolutely no discrimination. I mean, most of the time when you meet us, when we should be working, we are laughing most of the time. So it doesn't matter, This is as serious. This is really as serious. This is really literally as serious as we get,
Yeah, you were gonna say something though.
Also, I think that with the vision and where we're trying to go, there is no other way around working with people from other countries. Mm-hmm. It's an African dream. It's not a Cameroonian dream. It's an African dream. So when we talk about we're going to get to a place where we recruit other talent, people do other things. They're not going to only be Cameroonians. There are people who do dope things out here who are, from other places. So it's kind of inevitable in a way that we work with other people.
Who's the joker among you guys, by the way?
The Joker?
Yeah. And who was the person who just calms everybody down? I mean, who brings everybody together?
Nah, that guy back there. Jason probably like that.
For me, it's between Jason and Ellie.
So who's on the team who's not here right now? Let's give some shout outs, yo.
Yeah, all here.
Oh, okay, everybody here. All house on. All everybody on deck.
So Mabel Fomunang, she's actually married now, so her last name is Mabel Zokwe. She's phenomenal, by the way.
Oh yeah,
she did a poem for us on the mental health. I remember.
She's a poet, but primarily she's an actress.
Okay.
She studied theater at UMBC, actually thinking about it, she's the newest member, not you, Kanji.
Some relief.
Yeah, she's the newest member. She joined.
She's the newest member. I can boss
but yeah, Mabel is phenomenal, yo. Like,
yeah, she is.
Man, and that she's going to be heading up our theater department, and working on that, and we are coming up with something really soon too. Working with her and just developing. So yeah, we got thousands of things coming, man.
We're in the first world, the free. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't have any.
And how do y'all balance, like the work life and the passion life, cause that's the thing, like being in the States, cause back home, let's just use Cameroon for example. If you want to be an artist, if you want an artist, that's all you do. You're full flesh, and it's easier to quote unquote make it whatever it is. But here, you got that work life. So for people who listen, it's like, I got a dream, I want to pursue it, but I'm stuck between balancing that and my full time or part time work. You know what I mean? So how do y'all pursue that and be excelling in it, with the video and everything y'all got going?
It's not easy as it looks. Like that video came out. I'm in school. I work full time. I'm a full time student. I'm also managing legacy accounts.
Let me get it. Let me hold the 20, man. Y'all got accounts?
Yeah.
Need to join this team.
No one likes it.
So
Hey, you don't like him. He is the money.
and
He's always asking for money.
and that's the one aspect that I'm really good at,
Sheesh.
and it's not easy.
Yeah.
Like music talents, poetry, they do it, and I know it's not easy for them to. So we just try to find a way. We meet once a week. That's not enough for this company to function, but that's what we can do for now.
But we talk every day.
Well, yeah, we talk every day, but
Hey, man.
yeah,
Hey, man. Netflix,
so
man.
we try our
and we ain't
best,
taking
we
500,000.
we study. We also have to like, because a lot of things about the company we don't know, so we learn on our own to try to implement it the best way we can. And we have been into a lot of errors, like people have taken advantage of us because we don't know, and that has taught us a lot of lessons. So right now, on the side of caution when dealing with anybody.
Yeah.
Man, legacy's coming.
Yeah, like I said, how do you guys create though? I mean, do you look at the world and say, man, that right there, that could be a great dope project, or is it something that just comes from within? Like you wake up from sleep one morning and say, oh, I dreamt about this and I feel like people are gonna like this.
As an artist.
As an artist, I think it's both. I think there's no definition between what inspires you. You're always kind of creating in a way, in a sense. So it's a little bit of the world, it's a little bit of your person, your personal experiences. It's a little bit of the people around you. It's a little bit about the society. It's a little bit of everything, really, that just comes together. Sometimes it's a spur of the moment thing, like One It All was a jam session in Jason's basement. For a long time it was. And then we have what we have today. So there are so many things that come together. I have a song that's going to be coming out sometime soon, in the next 2 months. Yeah. Most. And I bought a guitar and I started learning how to play the guitar, and I had written a poem a long time ago, and I was like, let me write a song. I was practicing my guitar, and that's how I made the song, because I took the lyrics from the poem and put them together. So like there's no specific influence or inspiration. It just comes from everything around you, I think. I'm sure the other artists would agree.
Yeah. So that's personal, but in terms of the group itself, like he said, with every project we work together. So she would have, say, like a song, and she would let us listen to it, or he would have a skit idea or a film idea. He writes it down, he comes and pitches it to everybody, and then once again that whole buy-in thing comes in, because you can't do it on your own, right? So it doesn't matter how creative you might think this is like the best thing ever, and everybody like we're not gonna back that.
And that's the beauty of it.
And you're not gonna be able to carry that project out. So in terms of creativity, from time to time we have these jam sessions where we just sit and jam in the basement, and things come up from that. We have brainstorm sessions, just sometimes just to sit and be in the same space as other creatives, so that even if you're not motivated, you're not inspired from somebody else doing something, it might spark something in you.
That dig, man.
You can help somebody else.
Yeah.
I wish y'all got coming, saying like, just get some exclusives, man.
What's coming up?
What's coming up this year?
What's next?
Other than the Of One Blood
So there's been mention of One Blood
and Gabby song.
So, well, because we keep like not talking to Mike, we ain't used to this, man. But yeah. By the way, first of all, shout out to STIM for having us on here. We yep.
Actually downloaded a podcast app, and I was just like, let me see if these people are.
Hey, you say that on the say that on the mic, man.
Hey. Oh, so this is not even a shameless plug. Download the podcast app. Okay, STIM podcast.
Player.
Okay, the podcast player.
Well,
Yes, like
Hey,
like in the middle.
she had to do that because she has
Android.
Android. But if you have an Apple phone, man, it's automatic.
It's automatic.
I will not stand for this.
It's automatic. Really, you should already have a podcast place. You can just go and
Check
search
us
them
out.
up. STIM.
Or if you got
podcast.
YouTube, you know what I'm saying? We on
Yeah,
there.
YouTube, SITM, and but yeah, really, this is so necessary because we've. What?
The first time I saw Stuck in the Middle, I didn't read all the words. I said sitting.
You said what?
He said what? Sit. Yo, that's the thing. Now we ain't laughing at that.
Oh man.
We ain't laughing at that. A lot of people come in here and they be like sitting. I'm like, bruh.
But yeah, you know, let's really back in. So honestly, we really appreciate it because we, again, like Reflex said, we have been silent for a while, and all this time we were really just trying to figure ourselves out. You know, when we're this complicated, literally, we've had spirited dialogues, conversation, long hours, you know, fights. No, literally, and y'all should not see us out here smiling and think that is all.
It's all
good.
sugar. It's all good.
You know, literally a bunch of fights, but at the end of the day, our mission, our vision, always kept us together, and we always understood that this was far bigger than just one person. So yeah, we appreciate you guys for giving us this opportunity. The Of One Blood project is our really next big thing. We already have the One It All video circulating right now, and then Akanji's song.
Y'all doing really a dope. I would say this though. Y'all doing a dope job because I just found out about her. So and yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, a lot of people kind of knew me, like just in
Yeah,
like
friends and
general
family?
sense.
Not fans.
As Gabriella. Oh, I do. Anyway, so no, for real. And then so I decided recently. I've actually had a very hard time figuring out what I want to be known as because I was like, I'm in America, so people don't know how to say my name. But then, you know, so many things came into play, and I finally decided I was gonna go with my middle name, Akanji, because first is gonna stick out because nobody's called Akanji. If you Google Akanji, there's one person who shows up, and he's a soccer player. And so I'm gonna put that name on the map.
I like it.
No,
I like the
no.
confidence. Hey,
But
man.
yeah, so I'm coming out. Y'all
Y'all better watch for me. She got some fire. Hey, nah, but like Jason, we know you're gonna come back, right? You know, talk more about the Of One Blood project.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. You are always welcome here. Oh, y'all always welcome here, man. But yeah, you know, so whatever good thing, you know, gotta, you know, come to an end sometime. But we
and also these are just things that we are on the work. They might or might not be web series soon.
Hey, y'all got that here first and Stuck in the Middle podcast.
I mean, we had Sit-em podcast, so you know.
You what you started?
Yeah,
you started something.
We had Stuck in the Middle podcast, so you know, drop a little something. But
You heard that here first.
hey, at least this puts pressure on people to work. That's so I do this on purpose. It puts the pressure on people.
Did you drive here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say you gonna walk home.
But I put you in the trunk.
And also, we are hoping to have a show this summer. If, you know, we don't have everything planned yet. We just hopefully by the end of next month, February, we'll have that the date and everything. So we did one before 2 years ago. It was a success. Last year we couldn't, but that's something that this year is right there in our list of priorities, things to do. Yeah.
Man, I have one question though, and you know, I love accessories. I see three of y'all got, you know, the same accessory. Is it like a group thing or?
Actually, my mom just came back from Cameroon and she bought this on Fridays. Yeah, she had all of this.
Now we got visit
Yeah. She bought this. So
I think Jason's the stylist on the joint.
it just so happened that we all have it on today.
Okay. How can people reach y'all, man?
Yeah.
Follow Legacy at Legacy House Inc. on Instagram, on Facebook. It's Legacy, just Legacy, and on Twitter is Legacy House Inc. So those are the two social sites that we're in. And our website is coming soon. It's not out yet. We're working on it. but look out for
He
it.
got to get the money right. You know?
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legacy House Inc. My personal Instagram is Emmanuel. in case you want to follow me.
Hey yo, my personal. Hey, go check out the video, man. Want It All,
Yeah.
Legacy House Inc. with Tinaya and Akanji. Akanji got a project coming out soon. I'm looking forward to that as a fan. You know, Jason got Of One Blood project coming out.
Can't
Shout
wait.
out to everybody who's been involved with that. Y'all got a dope thing going, man, and we support it. Stuck in Middle supports it, and we want to see y'all. Please come back, and yeah, man. Hey, AK,
Yes,
let
sir.
them know how they can reach us, man.
Hey man, SITM podcast on every platform. Don't forget to email us sitmpodcast237@gmail.com for questions, comments, referrals. Next week we're gonna be sitting down with Peter. Is it Koso? Ado Kenso, yeah. He's the CEO of Lift Africa LLC. Hey man.
Yes, sir. Hey.
Before we go, can I shout out your Instagram pages?
Yeah. Definitely.
Instagram, I am Akanji. Twitter, I am Akanji. Facebook, Akanji A, or my personal Facebook account, which is Gabriella Girl.
She's a singer, poet.
Yes. Oh, okay. Sorry. Akanji is AKANJI. N as in Nancy for American people out here.
And I seen one too.
So y'all already know it's your girl Tinaya. So if you want to find me on SoundCloud, you're gonna have to type T.NAYAH.
Just look for the girl with the hot head. Just keep
This is new. But yeah, on IG and Twitter is TNAYAH. You don't even need the dot or the space. But yeah. That's pretty much
dope
it.
Dope singer.
Thank you. I've known you from the jump, bro.
I already know, man. Gotta plug
You my dog.
Yeah. Hey, but now, hey, time is short. Thank y'all for coming through.
Thank you.
Come back, please.
Mm-hmm.
And we are Stuck in the Middle podcast.
Yeah, we out.
We out.